So now we do the today's problem. The question: there's 3946 matrix similarity after a cyclic shift, right? Question it says you are given m into n integers matrix and integer k. Matrix row 0 index. ओके एक m into n इंटीजर मैट्रिक्स दे रखा और इंटीजर k है राइट मैट्रिक्स रो है 0 इंडेक्स और फॉलोइंग प्रोसेस कह रहा है हैपन k टाइम्स ओके इवन इंडेक्स 0 2 4 आर साइक्लिक शिफ्टेड टू द लेफ्ट मतलब ये जो 1 2 3 है ये 3 जो है ये 2 चला जाएगा तो लेफ्ट शिफ्ट में 2 एंड 3 एंड देन 1 1 इज मान लो लेफ्ट कर दिया राइट so odd index 135 cyclic shifted है तो 1 2 3 is 3 1 and 2 तो यहाँ odd होगा वहाँ even होगा right return true if the final modified matrix after k step is identical to the matrix and false otherwise okay so example 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 7 8 9 k is equal to 4 दिस इज मैट्रिक 4 5 6 राइट अब यहाँ इवन है तो 2 पहले आ गया 3 एंड 1 इधर शिफ्ट हो गया राइट एंड दिस इज हियर गोस इस 6 पहले आ गया 4 इधर चला गया और 5 इधर आ गया राइट दिस इज k so that's why k times right if it is k is goes 3 then it will go on the right 3 times this is the second example and this is the third example right and this will 25 okay and k is 50 right now it will go and we have to see how I approach and how this will be done right right so like this question says the like कि even number road है shift हो रहा है right की तरफ and odd number rows are shifted left right so like if every element of the matrix matches the corresponding element after the row specific shift, the matrix is considered similar, right? So, 1 second. So, like, let's say example. If example is like matrix, हमने 1 0 1 comma 0, right? And like 1 0 right now like we have to take an example of like what we say like let's take an example of 1 second guys let me take comment down we take an example of like 1 0 right and second is like 0 and 1 right और इसका k 1 है right so जो 1 second right जो रो है रो 0 वो इवन है तो इट इज शिफ्टेड राइट बाय 1 so shifted right by 1 right so this become 0 1 0 and 1 right and we have to original compare original 1 and 0 right with 0 और 1 था ना 0 and 1 right so 1 is not equals to 0 right this is cross hope you understand right so not similar so answer is false right let's take another example let matrix ले लेते हैं 0 से 0 right and दूसरा भी 0 0 right and k is 2 and now row 0 even even right and now it's shifted by 2 shifted by 2 in right wrap around करेंगे तो becomes 0, right? Same as original. And row 1 करते हैं, row 1 is odd, right? Shift left by 2, so it's become 0, right? So say same as original है, ये भी तो answer is true, right? This will go through, right? Hope you understand. And now we have to write the code. We have to take int m is equals to matrix dot length, or n is equals to another matrix 0 dot length, right? And now what's happening, we have to store the dimension, one for readability and to avoid repeated call inside loops, right? So we have to loop for int I is equals to 0, I greater than m, and I increment, right? And now for j 0, j less than n, j increment, right? Now if we have to iterate, right? And now two nested loops, right? Outer goes through rows, inner goes through columns. For every cell we will perform a check, right? So nested loop for I divided by 2 is equals to 0, right? अब मैट्रिक करते हैं, if matrix, one second, I and j, right, is not equals to matrix I and j, I and j तो ले में, लुक, हमें नेस्टेड लेयर्स में चेक करना है, तो j, वन सेकेंड, j माइनस k डिवाइड बाय n, right, plus n and divided by n, right? So this will go through, ij कर दिया not equals to ij इसके divided by n plus n, right? One second guys, it will not here. Then we have to return false, and now creating else if matrix I and j is not equals to matrix I and j, and j by j प्लस के डिवाइडेड बाय n हो जाएगा, राइट? वन सेकेंड, if I go ij plus k, right, n, one second, n, right, डिवाइडेड बाय कर देते हैं n, then we do return false, right? And now what's happening, k divided by n reduces the shift to a value between 0 and n minus 1, right? Because a full cycle would do nothing, and even rows use j minus shift plus n divided by n. That's the index of the element that would land at position j after a right cyclic shift by shift, right? So we compare the current cell with the element. If they are not equal, the row would change after the shift, right? And the whole matrix is not similar, and we have to odd rows like this, j plus shift divided by n. That's the index of element that would land at position j after a left cycle shift by shift, right? Again we compare return false on the right? So we have to return false. We have to run the code. Let's see. It's 1 second, guys. Wrong answer. In this, case 1 is running, case 2 and case 3 is not running, right? Case 1 have to run and case 2 and 3 is not running. And why this, like we have to do matrix कर दिया था and matrix ले लिया हमने दो matrix, right? Then we iterate j and 0, right? Matrix, you have to matrix I, right? I think here we go to some mistakes, right? J minus k and word plus n divided by n, right? Now it will go through and return false. Else, like matrix I and j, right? I j plus k divided by n divided by n. How I get a return false, right? Oh shit! Here we go, return true. Mm, right here now. Now it's running. I think now it's accepted. Submit the code. Now it's submitted. Right. Okay. Then